Hi, welcome to week 1 of 8 of our TABATA and circuit training routines. We're going to do nice progressive sessions throughout the 8 weeks. So we're going to start off this week with a TABATA session. The TABATA session itself is going to be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and then you repeat that 4 times for each exercise. So then you go on to the next exercise, and again 4 times, 20 on, 10 off. The exercises that we're going to do are air squats, negative press ups or press ups if you're feeling strong, reverse lunges left side, tricep dips which you might want a chair for, reverse lunges right hand side, side plank dips, legs only dead bugs, and then we're going to finish off with a finisher. So we're going to get straight into the routine. If you want to set it up on your phone or just follow along with the timer that we're going to have on here. So once we start the timer, there's a 10-second preparation phase. There's no gap between each exercise, so you just go straight into it. It should take 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Kim's going to guide us through the session itself. Okay, so we'll get started. So, how do you do it? Locked out of our phone. We might have some funny games with Moss. This is the first time we've done a session with him, so we'll see what happens. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
So our first exercise is air squats. I want you to go at a nice steady pace. We're trying to keep chest up and we're trying to keep knees tracking in the same direction as toes. It doesn't matter if you've got your toes turned out, that's more comfortable for a lot of people. It doesn't matter if you're wearing shoes to keep your heels up a little bit. So 10 seconds rest. If that was a little bit easy, it might be that you speed it up a little bit this time. We're going to keep it nice and steady. So it also doesn't matter how low you go, and there's a big sort of preconception that you need to get your bum really low. You don't. If you're starting to lean forward like that, don't try and go lower. Go a little bit higher so that your chest stays lifted. Okay, we're trying to get into the glutes. And if you lean forward, you're not going to do that, and rest. I'm feeling this already.
Yeah? I'm distracted.
So third round. Nice and steady. We're going to ramp these up over the weeks, so we're going to start to make them more difficult as well. So maybe don't overdo it today. Good. When you come to the top of the squat, squeeze your bum. Good, we've got one more round of these to go.
One more.
Can do it.
More. Good boy. Good boy.
Good boy.
It's alright, he keeps chewing the tripod leg, which is probably the only thing in here that isn't good for him to chew.
Okay, 5 seconds. Right, we're now going to move on to our next exercise. We've got 60 seconds rest between, so this is the time to, this is the time to take a jumper off or
Move
have a
your
drink.
dog bed.
Move your dog bed. Quickly run to the loo. Some nice generous rest between each one. So yeah, do take it, use it.
Negative press ups.
Negative press ups next. We're just going to do the lowering portion of the press up, so we're not going to push ourselves back up.
Gives a quick demo.
So you're going to get into a full press up position and lower yourself nice and slowly. Come to your belly and then use your knees to get back up. Okay? So it should be a bit easier. If you need to come onto your knees to do it, then do. But most people can do this easier than a full press up because you're not.
Okay. 5 seconds.
You're not forcing them to push.
Oh, this is going to be a good one, isn't it? Go on.
Okay, so you want shoulders right on top of wrists, hands nice and spread. You're going to come all the way through your belly and use your knees to come back up. Even if you're someone that can do full press ups, do these because they're going to give you a really good strength build. So if you can already do full press-ups, it might be that you're sort of bashing them out. These ones are going to help build the eccentric action of your press-up. So it should make you stronger for your full press-ups as well. If you want to make it harder, go even slower.
We'll get the dog to sit on you.
You will absolutely feel these the next day, even if they don't feel as hard as full press-ups now. This is fun. It's easier as well, maybe to keep your elbows tucked in.
No, don't bite that.
One more round, please. Get ready.
I don't know why I'm getting got.
I'm sure I'll get my turn. Okay, 60 seconds rest. 60 seconds to calm your dog. Our next one is reverse lunges on the left. So we're going to do all one side. Reverse lunges. So that's going to look like this. We're going to step the left leg back and then step it up.
Do a side one.
Looks nice and easy, but after a few, you'll start to feel it. You can get the arms involved as well if you want. You can do like a running action with your arms. Helps to keep the chest up. If you don't get your knee all the way to the floor, don't worry about it. We're just looking to work this standing leg, the right leg. So that's where you'll start to feel it after a set or two. Okay.
10 seconds. So that's left one back.
Left back each time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa. If you are a bit wobbly, as I just demonstrated, you can hold on to something. So you can literally put a finger on the wall. You're going to get exactly the same work in your legs, but it's just if your balance is a bit off. If you can do it without, then you're working your balance as well. And it's okay if this leg's kind of moving around, you need to let it correct itself. What we don't want is every single time it's going in. So like on your squats, we're trying to get the knee tracking the same way as the toes. And it also doesn't matter if it goes slightly ahead of your toe either. If you're struggling with balance but you don't want to hold on to something, try looking like 4 feet ahead of you on the floor. Because looking directly ahead sometimes can throw you off a little bit.
Keep your feet stance wide, if you said that already.
No, I haven't. So we've got kind of fake wood floors here, so you could stand in one panel and go back in the other one. You don't want to be crossing over like that. So yeah, nice wide stance. Last round of these.
He's good at these ones, isn't he?
Yeah. Because we're not on the floor. So you're trying to push up through this standing leg, especially the heel. Good, 60 seconds rest, and then we move on to tricep dips, which I'll demo in a second. Got a couple of options for these. If you've got a chair, get it ready. You can also do these on the floor. So if you're doing it on the floor, what we don't want is you just doing this. So that's just bouncing your bum off the floor.
Your bum.
You're going to take your legs out a little bit more and you're going to make sure you're actually bending at your elbows. So it's a shorter range that you're going to get on the floor, but it will burn. You're trying to push your elbows back. If you're doing it on a chair, you can make it easier by walking your feet in a little bit and just not going as far down. If you're well seasoned at these, you can take your legs straight and you can go further down, but that's quite hard. I'm going to go floor.
What?
So 20 seconds at work. Oh, I've already done enough of these, just showing it.
You are?
I feel like I've done enough of these, just demoing it. It already hurts. This is quite a small muscle, so it will hurt quickly. I will feel it quickly, I should say.
Got a nice seat.
Yeah. And again. So remember, you're not just bouncing your bum up and down, you're sending your elbows back. You'll know straight away whether you're working them or not.
Starting now.
Prematurely.
Yeah, so if you can't do them all the way through, you just pause for a little rest.
Well, yeah, just take rests when you need. If you're getting to a point where you can't even push yourself back up and you are just bouncing, just have a little rest. We're going to progress every week, so you will get stronger.
Oh,
Here
brilliant.
We go.
Brilliant.
It's also really strong on your wrist, so if you don't take that position very often, you're going to feel it in your wrist. So again, just give yourself a breather if you need one. You can use padding under your wrists if you're using a chair as well, stick a cushion on there, or a towel.
The hardest one so far.
Yeah. Okay. 1 minute rest. If your wrists are hurting a little bit, just take a little stretch. Do this with them. Just move them in the opposite direction.
What's next?
We've got next, I think, reverse. Yeah, reverse lunge on the other side. So you're going to give your arms a really good rest down. So it's the same as we did before, but with the right foot going back. Okay, so if you remember, I'm just going to step back, nice wide stance. So when you set yourself up, if you have your feet underneath your hips, and then step straight back from there, and then back again, rather than, it's easy to cross over sometimes, I'm exaggerating slightly, but if you feel wobbly, just check you aren't doing that. Okay, 10 seconds and we're off. So if you need the wall again, get ready. So right leg back, pushing through your left foot to come back up, keeping your chest up, looking forward, and trying to keep that knee at the front in the same direction as the toes.
Starting to creep up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
After those tricep dips.
Yeah. I've not done that in ages. It's...
Brilliant.
Oh, blimey, and again.
Where you are?
Dunno.
You set me off now.
So that's it. If you're doing this with someone and they wobble, you'll wobble as well. So
Out of empathy.
yeah.
We're laughing because the side plank's next. Oh, somebody's going to get got.
Yeah. Well, all of the last exercises, to be honest.
Oh, they're all on the floor.
Yeah.
Lovely. It's giving away what the finisher might be.
It is. Might just be laying down.
Yeah, somebody would like that.
Yeah. One more round. Nearly there. Okay, 60 seconds rest, so give
Nope.
your legs a shake.
No. Yeah. Come on, what's this? Good boy, good boy.
So the next one is a side plank. We've got some options here. So because we've got 4 rounds, that's 4 rounds, we can do 2 on the right and then 2 on the left, or we can alternate hip dips. So we're going to come into a side plank, we're going to dip the hip, and then we're going to come into that side, and we're going to dip the hip. Okay, so this is the full one. If you want to try that, put on your elbows, you can do that instead. Dipping down each side. If that all feels a bit much, you can
10 seconds.
take a side plank on the left and just hold it 2 rounds, and then do 2 on the right. So I'm going to start with this and then I might change. So dip down and then swap sides, dip down and swap sides. All the time you're trying not to get any pinching in your lower back by pulling your tummy in. So for the next round I'm going to do the elbow ones.
You go that way.
Facing you, or
Yeah.
you can go on your elbows and just go side to side.
Oh yeah, only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Why are you going there?
So for the last 2 I'm just going to hold 1 each side. So I'm going to do my left side for the next one, right side for the last one. I'm going to go high. So you can go high or you can go on your elbow. If you are doing a static one, you want your shoulder on top of your wrist or your elbow. You do what you want with your top arm. Some people like to do that. Hand on hip is good, or just lift your bottom hip up. And that's the other side for the last one. There you go. So if you're holding your side plank, you're trying to push your hips up towards the ceiling. Shaking is okay, don't be afraid of it. Means it's working.
Pause it. So 56 seconds, 55, 54. We had to pause it, we had a little accident. So
Okay.
yeah, next.
Yeah, next one is legs only dead bugs. So we're going to introduce these again as we go along. We're going to start with the legs only because it makes it a bit easier to focus, because this can be a bit headachy. So we're going to lay down on our backs. You're going to take your arms up, shoulders directly underneath your wrists, knees directly on top of your hips, and you're just going to send one leg out at a time. If you've got a ponytail, I'll move it out of the way. So we want to try and keep the lower back on the floor. And again, this is a slow and controlled movement. So what we don't want is back arching. If you feel like your back is arching, you can put your hands under your bum.
10 seconds.
Okay, so get down on the floor, get ready. This isn't a fast one, right? So arms up, then we're going to tap left heel out, right heel out. What we also don't want happening is the other leg coming in. So this is not a bicycle. It's going to feel much harder to keep that non-moving leg still. So if it felt a bit easy, it might be that you're moving both legs at the same time. Try and keep the other leg that's not moving directly where it was on top of your hip. Okay, so you can see the other leg doesn't move, and it actually affects my voice because it's hard. If I'm doing this, I can do this all day. Okay, lower back is pressed down. You should be feeling this here. 2 more to go. quite nice to do this between sets, bring your knees in, let your tummy relax a bit. Or again, just drop the tucking.
Oh, buddy, there's too much going on, isn't it?
Okay, we're done with the main set. We're now going to go into a finisher. So in a sec, we're going to do
Finish you.
a plank. Okay, there's a few variations you can do of plank. We'll go. Let's not do any sort of real big regressions because we want you to hold this for as long as possible. So the two options are elbow plank or high plank. If we start to drop knees and stuff like that, you're probably going to be able to hold it forever. So elbow plank might be the easier one. You've got more contact with the floor. You can either do palms up like this, or you can clasp your hands together like this. And all we're trying to do is keep the bum from dropping, so we don't want you back arching or dipping, because that's going to hurt your back. So try to push your bottom up, but we also don't want this. So you should feel it. You should shoulders on top of elbows. You should feel it in your middle. If you want to do a harder version, you could do a high plank on the hands. So the same deal. We've got shoulders on top of wrists this time. This is only harder because you've got less contact with the floor and because it's quite intense on your wrists. So choose your poison, and we're basically going to hold it for as long as we can. Okay? I would say.
I've got a timer.
Okay. I would say if you're able to hold a plank for more than a minute, let's max at 2 minutes to be honest, because otherwise it's just showing off.
Well, if you get to a minute, you can start doing toe taps or
something. If you can hold the plank for a minute, you want to start adding some movement to make it harder, because otherwise you're just hanging out there. And again, we'll regress this as we go along, so they will get harder. Progress, not regress. Progress as we go along. Right, are we ready?
Yeah. You're in position, ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
So don't have your feet really close together either, that makes it a little bit harder, make it a bit easier on yourself. Equally, we don't put them really wide apart, that's a bit too easy. Hello stinker. Good boy. Keep helping. Good boy.
That'll do.
So you're trying to push your hands into the floor. You almost want the upper back to be doming. You can see it on Jason's maybe, depending on the angle.
30 seconds. If you've got that far, that's good.
Yeah, we're both getting a bit of a tremble on now.
Ooh.
So don't give up just because you're shaking.
Shaking's good.
Shaking's good, it means things are working, it means things are firing up.
Eyes looking at the floor. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, don't look ahead of you like that, you're cranking your neck, don't look down behind you.
Right, that's a minute. Oh no, it's not. 5 seconds. That's a minute.
I'm going to stop there because I'm done. So if you are holding this for more than a minute and you're not shaking really hard and you're not finding it hard and you're still kind of hanging out, start to tap your toes out to the side, alternate toes tapping out. So like this.
It's a minute 20.
I'm quite tired today, so
Minute 30.
Jason's clearly feeling more spry than me.
Not done anything for 4 weeks.
This is true. So I don't know if you can see, but he's keeping his back not flat necessarily because your back isn't flat, but he's not dipping in his lower back and he's not sticking his bum up in the air.
150, 10 seconds. 5, 4.
Why are you counting them?
I don't know. 2 minutes. Oh.
Good, well done. If you're still there, good for you.
Still there, keep going.
We're going to call it a day.
Yeah, so that's good. That should be a nice short 20-ish minute workout. You should feel like you've done something. It's going to get more challenging each week, and there's other ways to make it harder as well, especially the TABATA routine. If you get into that, you can start shortening the rest period. things like that
Or
as well.
doing more reps of the same exercise. Like we used to do sort of up to 8 reps, so yeah, you can add on.
Right.
That. But yeah.
But to keep it to 20
Keep it to 20
minutes,
okay, yeah.
like rather than resting for 10,
Yeah.
just rest for 5.
Yeah.
Or when you're really good, just go all the way through.
Yeah.
So you're doing 2 minutes non-stop.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you for the next one.